Hey, it's Nick and Jay, and now we're going to recap LeMons South Fall 2015 at Carolina Motorsports Park.
And I have a real but terrible to start us out with. So, these guys, they showed up, they didn't have legal door bars, and Judge Steve said, hey, you got to fix the door bars. They gave him no end of hell. They just excoriated this guy. He said, you're not going to race if you don't fix your door bars. Door bars are important. Yak, 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 yak. He finally got them to get legal door bars. They went on the track. This is what happened. Everybody was fine. Everybody walked away. They would not have without good door bars.
And this being LeMons South Fall, we did our annual and what has become a tradition in Camden, South Carolina, block party and parade.
Johan debuted his Up in Smoke Cheech and Chong theme at the parade. Cops, not so amused.
And really, this was the best one ever. It was the most crowded, it went the longest, the cops were the fattest, and it was just excellent and hella sweet.
I'm with it. Howdy.
On the hella sweet front, now, we usually do not care about the winners. We certainly don't make a big deal about the overall winners, but Knox Vegas Lowballers, they've built fantastic stuff. Great costumes, great themes. They always work really hard. But their Geo Metro with the Ford engine has now done something no one else has done. One Class C, booted them upstairs. One Class B, booted them upstairs. One overall at this race. Spectacular.
Now, I got screwed this race. In a void would have gone to Team SOB south of the border in their VW. Yeah, but they've won so many times because same thing happens. They're winning, and then they blow up at the last second, and they lose. And so Phil got so tired of giving an I Got Screwed award, it should really be called the SOB award.
Yeah.
He instead awarded it to Scuderia Fluffball, who had a Fiat that blew up years ago. They taped it back together, barely made it to the track, did 11 laps, and conked out stone dead. So they got screwed.
The heroic fix went to Beat Retro and their Camaro. So their Camaro, the transmission fell out the bottom because it's General Motors. Just snapped in half. The case, clang, fell out on the ground. So then they had to find a shop. Well, they found a shop. They went to the shop. It was not really a shop. It was actually a church. It was not really a church. It was a snake handling church. They had to wait for the snake handler who also owns the shop to finish preaching before they could get their transmission welded back together. And then they were back at the track by 7 in the morning, and they tried to put the transmission in the car, and it did not fit because it was welded up by a snake handler, not a machinist. They hammered on it, and they finally got it back in the car, and they started the car, and they went out, and they were very successful, and it was heroic.
Camaro. The special award was the Sweet Home of Vladivostok award, and it went, of course, to Sasha, our friend the Russian, and Sputnik Racing, and their new car, a Lotus Elite.
Yeah, now, how can that not work out well?
These are the guys that have had problems in the past with modern Nissan products, and here they've got a 70s Lotus product.
Yeah, Sasha's repair for his Nissan Quest minivan when the windshield broke cut off the roof.
Yeah, so Phil actually sent us a report here, and it says that while they were trying to get the car ready to go through tech, it says at one point they had a half dozen dudes spray painting while another 10 guys welded and sawzalled, all of them staggering through the trash heap while the Stukas screamed overhead and 88mm shells exploded all around. A few dozen of the orders of the Red Star later, they showed up for the first of many attempts to pass tech. And well, it goes on from there, and just take a look at the video.
organizer's choice went to NSF Racing and their 1949 Bathtub Nash Airflight. How could it not?
And that brings us to the grand prize, the Index of Effluency, and it went to Idle Clatter in their self-titled Toyota, which of course is a Mercedes 300D with a Toyota truck body on it.
Why not?
Excellent machine.
Yeah.
We've seen this car before, but this was really its best showing. It just went around and around and around and around, and we thought, like, well, maybe like it'll be a battle of IOE between the Nash from NSF and the Toyota, and you know, the Nash did like 6 laps. So there you go, Idle Clatter, well done, IOE.
Here's LeMons in a nutshell.
We lost to these assholes. We lost to these